Everyone, good morning. Okay.
Good morning.
Okay, so I think yesterday we have discussed about the curriculum, and if you have any question today also you can ask. We have just discussed a lot of things yesterday about the curriculum, about all your questions, right? So I think today onwards we will be starting with the content. I have taken 1 or 2 classes already for few students, but I just want to quickly revise what I have covered. So if you look at the syllabus starts with Python, right? And I mean, I'm expecting some 70-30 or 60-40 kind of ratio where 60% people who know core Python and 40 they don't know, kind of, right? This is how the batch is, I think, right? 70-30 or 60-40. So what I'm planning is maybe quickly in 1 or 2 class, I will just give you some brief about core Python. Please understand the core Python part is something which you should learn from the recordings. But I will give you a brief so that you will feel comfortable. And the class major content will start from pandas, right? So before you jump there, I think installation part already I have covered in the last class. But if you have missed the class, please send your email ID or I'll send the link today at the end of the class. You can just go through the software installation video. It is very well defined. So you just need to open the recordings and do what I have done there, right? So 2 hours recording, not 2 hours, 1 hour recording where I have installed Python using Anaconda, and then I have also discussed how to use Jupyter Notebook, right? If you think you already have Python and you already know how to use this Jupyter Notebook, you can skip that. So for this entire course, 3 IDs I will prefer you should use. The first one is obviously Jupyter, Jupyter Notebook or Jupyter Lab. Let's say Jupyter Lab. Lab is same like Notebook. And then the second one is nothing but your VS Code. I'll be using both of these, but some people, if you are not very comfortable with VS Code, you can also go with PyCharm. But PyCharm is even more little difficult to learn. Any one of this is fine. So VS Code and PyCharm we will use for our project, right? When we go to project building, we will be using VS Code and PyCharm, but Jupyter Lab we will use for experimentation, right? So from day one, we will not be able to write the final code, right? You'll do a lot of testing, especially in data science project. You do a lot of visualization, a lot of statistical analysis, a lot of modeling, and then finally finally you get to a point where your model will work, right? So a lot of data cleaning you will do. So I think line by line execution and looking at the output, debugging the code, everything is much more easier if you are with Jupyter Notebook. So we'll start with Jupyter for initial few modules, and then the ops module we will be using VS Code, right? Anyway, so the ID is completely your choice. Whatever you want, you can use. And Jupyter Notebook, you will be also getting in AWS SageMaker and Google Colab if you're going with GCP or AWS or Azure. The platform, there are options, but mostly default one is Jupyter, right? So I think Jupyter Notebook as a data science, or if you want to come into AI, I think this is something which you should know. If you don't know, at the end of this class, I am going to share the link, software installation video link. You just can note it down and you can go through the recordings after the class. Okay, this is number 1 point, right? Installation is done. Now, number 2 is the core Python. So what is there in core Python, right? The number 2 point is core Python, right? So core Python, see, Python is vast. We are not going to learn everything, right? Whatever is necessary for data science, we are going to learn those modules. And let me tell you at high level what we need to learn in core Python. So in core Python, it will start with what is a variable, and very simple concept like how to take input from your keyboard, right? Another concept like what is a function, how to write a function, and then what is data structure, like what is a list, what is set, right? And then what is tuple, and what is dictionary, right? So So these are the things that you need to, and then what is string, right? So these are the data structure, set, tuple, list, dictionary, string, function, and then maybe loops like if, else, for, and while, right? So these are the few topics you should know, and these are very basic ones. I think most of you already know this. But if you don't know, please go through the recording. My recordings you can go through, or there are a lot of freely available tutorial is there in YouTube. You can go through, or Durga sir's recording you can take. There are a lot of YouTube channels, lot of freely available content is there, especially for core Python. From anywhere you can learn, right? Okay, now once you have learned this much, I'll give you a brief today. Maybe we'll start with this data structure today. I'll give you some brief so that you will feel comfortable. But after this, our main module will be your advanced Python or Python for data science module, right? Or I'll call this as advanced module. And from here, I will start. All the classes will be live from advanced module. The first thing that we will learn is pandas, and then we will learn NumPy. In NumPy, we will be discussing about maths, linear algebra, how to implement a dot product, cross product, right? Tan, cosine, or any kind of trigonometric functions, or inverse of a matrix, rank of a matrix, power of a matrix, exponential, all of the math operations, how you can do using Python, right? That we will learn. And after this, we will be learning one library called Plotly. Why Plotly? Because Plotly is the library for data visualization, right? So we will be using Plotly for creating dashboards and creating nice visualization. Along with this, for your batch, it will be live class, but for next batch onwards, it will be recorded sessions. For Streamlit, I will be covering live in your class. Why Streamlit? Streamlit will help you to build the front end. If you just quickly want to, without having much knowledge in JavaScript and CSS and HTML, you just want to quickly build something just to show or demonstrate the POC level work, then I think Streamlit is a good platform. So Streamlit is required when you build apps, right? So we'll be learning Streamlit so for the front end part, right? And let me tell you, Streamlit is not like so powerful like JavaScript and all. You need to learn actually web development complete, right? Backend can be Python, like you can learn Fast API or something for backend, but for front end, I think the MERN stack or basically JavaScript and then CSS, HTML. And I think companies will have a separate web developer team. Everything, if you will do, then a product cannot be created by a single person, right? So you are a data scientist. Your job is to build models and deploy and just maybe create a simple front end so that users can just see the product. But ultimately, the final look UI, they need very great looking UI, then they should hire web developers who are expert in this field, right? But yes, just for like understanding, we just to create some apps, we will learn Streamlit. So again, in this, we also have OOPS concept, because whenever you create, but OOPS, I will not take traditional class like what is a object and all that. I will be teaching you OOPS concept when we will build products or when we will go for deployment. See this entire thing, this is a package. What is module, what is library, what is package in Python? All of these things you will do and learn, right? So it's a hands-on thing, right? There is no theory. So you do and learn. So oops, eventually you will learn when you go to projects. You will be creating packages and then you will be creating libraries. Your own package you can create and contribute, like pip install pandas. Like pandas is a library, right? You can have your own library. So something like how to create a package, everything you will learn while we do the ops part, right? Okay, so this is all the concept in your advanced module. And why I'm telling you all of this all comes under the first module, that is module 1. So we are in module 1, which we will be covering, right? And module 1 is the basic building block, right? For the next important module, that is machine learning is the module 2, and module 3 is ops, operationalization, right? So there are 3 modules, as I said. Module 1 is the fundamentals. Module 2 is module 2 is on machine learning, which will be complete 1 month, right? All the, like in 1 month, we will be learning algorithms project. And then this module 3 is deployment, right? So module 2 and module 3 are actually same. You first learn modeling and then you deploy, modeling, deploy, modeling, deploy. Module 1 will prepare you for building the projects. So these are the necessary modules. So once you have this advanced Python module, next module that we will cover in this course will be statistics, stats, right? And probability. So why I have included this probability, it is not needed. Maybe I'll just give you some brief, and it's not like I can complete the probability module and whatever I will teach that will only come. No, it's not like that. Probability is a very vast thing and we really don't know from where they will ask. I have observed a pattern just to check your IQ and just to filter people. I don't know why they're asking, because I really don't believe somebody, see, for example, anyone, right, who has not used probability for maybe years, they might not able to answer simple questions also. That doesn't mean they don't know the concepts. But I think this is the trend I have been asked. So that's why I have included in all of my interviews. Quickly, they will ask one or two puzzles, right, which you can solve using probability. Like there are 10 floats in Optum. I have been asked this question. There were 10 floats and there were 10 people. The first people has like something related to probability, they asked me, right, permutation combination. So that's the reason, just a kind of fun. And probability is something which is the basic building block. Again, stats and probability are the, like before this hi-fi deep learning and all, right, most of the things we were building using probabilistic and statistical model. So I think that is again a basic building block. Nowadays the pattern is changed. You might not get a lot of questions from this area, but still, I mean, these are the fundamentals. So we will learn. We'll not spend a lot of time in this module because, as I said, this was important, but now the trend has been shifted to other things like the big data, deployment, generative AI, right? So they're asking a lot of questions from that area. And machine learning is, yes, obviously from that also. So, I mean, we'll just cover the topics. And Khan Academy and other websites, selective questions I will give you for practice, right? So this is the building block. So once you know this much, core Python, advanced Python, stats and probability. In stats and probability, you will learn about correlation, covariance, G-score, data standardization, data cleaning, and a lot of other things. We will also, this is again a part of, this is your module 1, and module 2 is basically your machine learning. So is not only modeling algorithm. In machine learning, you will also learn feature selection algorithm, outlier detection algorithm. So it's all about different types of data cleaning process along with modeling and validation you will learn, right? Okay, so this is all like I think you know the path, so it is very clear. So I will be using the same notebook every day, and this is your practice notebook for your batch, right? So this is the practice notebook. And okay, so what I'm planning is, let me know if you all are okay. We will stick to this plan. The plan is Monday to, yeah, so we discussed, right? The timing will be Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. IST, 7:30 a.m. IST. And maybe sometime I may call you for project deployment or something, which is like, if it is required to be completed in one go. Because in cloud, what will happen is when you started a machine, right, a server, and you just, again, you need to redo the process. So better to deploy in one go and then shut all the services down, right? Shut down all the services. So if only for deployment, I may call you for extra classes, or maybe we will take a break on Friday and then connect on Saturday for a little longer time, like maybe 2 hours. But rest all days we will have Monday to Friday morning this time class. Okay, so I think we are all good. Let's start with the content. The first thing that we will learn is something called core Python. So one more thing is there, I forgot to mention. So in this particular module, module 1, in core Python and advanced Python, you are getting Streamlit, but also you will get recorded session. It is not live. Let me explain you. This is a recorded session of Power BI, right? And this is the latest I'm recording right now, because the previous batch students, for them, I need to upload. Once my recording is completed, the Power BI recorded session you will get. So complete 2 to 3 dashboards. I will be creating sales dashboard and so on. Power BI is very easy. So I think it's the cheapest one. If you look at the BI tools, I think Power BI is the most popular one and the most cheapest one and most widely used one, right? So I think with Streamlit and Power BI and Plotly, I think you will be very strong in visualization, right? Visualization plays a very important role. Okay, the duration of this course, I think I have already spoken about it yesterday. So it will be around 2.5 months to 3 months and approximately 50 hours, 45 to 50 hours of content, right? And when I say content, it is to the point and it's not like, see, this is my 50 plus number of batches. So I know what to teach and to the point I'll teach. And from your batch onwards, things like feature selection, outlet detection has been added. And I think that is very important when you go for interviews. Few questions you will get from modeling, honestly, because I think theoretical question people know you can answer. What is K-in, K-means, what is linear regression? But if you have not done projects, you cannot answer the real-time questions. And the questions nowadays are real-time oriented, like project-based. Means what? They'll ask you where you have deployed. What is the cost of your deployment? That's a very tricky question. If you have not done it, you will not be able to answer. And that's why they are asking such kind of pinpointed question. What is your role, right? If you say IC individual contributor, then what is the impact that you have generated? And then some kind of puzzles, instant IQ check, how mentally, I mean, they're just checking your problem solving skill. Even if the answer is wrong, how you're approaching the problem. They'll give their situations, like we are having this kind of the data and these are the challenges. If you join our team, how you're going to solve this. And that's completely a different, I mean, you cannot prepare those kind of questions, right? You can just relate, okay, this kind of projects I have done in my past. So this is how I have solved. So this is a very similar problem. So I can solve in this way. So it is all about problem solving. That is the focus. It is not like it theoretical. They will ask you theoretical question, but I think it is very easy to crack interviews if it is theoretical. So nowadays interviews are online and people are doing a lot of things, like they're going with ChatGPT, a lot of options, right? When it theoretical questions. So that's the reason I think the pattern has been changed. But if they will ask you situation-based question, even ChatGPT cannot answer, right? I mean, are you getting? So very realistic question, which cannot be copy pasted from anywhere. Coding question also, your screen you have to share, and they're asking some logical questions which you will not find answers anywhere. So you have to do it sharing your screen, right? So these are few changes happened after ChatGPT. So I think you should be prepared. So it is based on your project. Make sure you understand what you have written in your CV. Fine. So I think this is all about your module 1. Any question in this? What we will learn in module 1? Module 1, we will start from today onwards. We will be completing. We'll start with advanced module, but core Python. Also, I'll give you a brief. First is core Python. After that, in advanced module, we'll learn about pandas, NumPy, Plotly, Streamlit, and OOPS concept. OOPS concept I will not cover. I will cover it in your deployment class. While doing, we will learn it. Power BI recordings you will get, and stats and probability live I will take. Why? Because it is so vast. If I just give you some documents and read, you will not read. I will filter and to the point. Starts is complete. We will see the complete syllabus. For probability, I'll give you to the point questions, right? Different variety of questions. 5 to 10. This is a live class. So we will actually do it in one Saturday or someday, like 1 hour or 2 hour. And one more thing is there, that is something called GitHub, Git and GitHub. So this is again self-learning. I'm expecting you should know. Like core Python and Git and GitHub is prerequisite, right? If you ask me what is the prerequisite for this course, core Python I will take care, and Git and GitHub you should learn, which is not covered in this course. But while deploying, you will learn. Anyway, I have to use Git and GitHub. So while doing, I will explain. I'll just use very basic commands like add, commit, push, and all that. But if you want to know more about Git and GitHub, you can spend some time here. Right? If you don't spend time also, I will explain you, but that will be to the point, not everything. Git and GitHub is really very important. If you most of the people will know it, 80% will know, but 20% who don't know, sorry, they have to go through this. Any question in this? Clear? Module 1 is clear, everyone? Oh, okay. So I told you about GenAI and LLM course content, right? I promised you yesterday to show you about GenAI and LLM course content. Yeah. So GenAI, so let me tell you one thing. So GenAI and LLM are basically generative AI. Generative AI is a weekend batch. It's a weekend batch. And the batch is starting from September 15th. I don't know, second week of Monday. So this is first week of Monday, right? Next Monday you skip. Next to next Monday we have class, right? And I don't know the date, but Monday, sorry, not Monday, sorry, weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know the time, what will be the date, but not this weekend, not this coming weekend, next to next weekend, right? It is Tuesday. So after 4 days we have weekend, not this, next weekend, we will have generative AI class. And you can take it parallelly or you can take one after another. How you feel you can take it. Generative AI, I have a separate batch, not with DurgaSoft. You can reach out to me if you are interested. I have forwarded my phone number, right? But for MLOps, you can directly join through DurgaSoft. But for generative AI, it is my own different class. You have to join. You have to ping me if you want to join. And this is my number, right? The batch is already formed. They're just waiting for the time. And I think I was little busy because I was experimenting a lot of things from my side, like fine tuning and all. I have a server set up. So it took some time from my side, but I think now I am ready to kind of share all the things that I have experimented, right? Because fine tuning and all, if you don't do yourself, it's very difficult. And for doing fine tuning using Llama and all, you need a high-end machine. So I have upgraded my current server, my own server, so where I try out things. And I think the content is also very much up to date. You will see a lot of topics like LAN graph, LangChain, knowledge graph, right? And obviously, large language models we will learn, but along with that, deep learning concept, what is transformer, RNN, LSTM, right? The architecture of GAN networks, what is decoder, encoder, complete deep learning, what is ANN, CNN. So all of these deep learning models, what is PyTorch, what is CUDA, how to write CUDA programming, how to enable your CUDA parallel programming, right? And then what is ANN, what is CNN, what is RNN, and then what is GAN. GAN networks, we will be learning DG GAN networks, and then we will jump into transformer architecture. Just we will learn that architecture, and then we will move to LangChain. These are the, like, sorry, then we will move to OpenAI, right? And then we will learn about LangChain, right? Complete framework. We'll learn about LangGraph, right? Which is a very recently I have added, it was not there. LangGraph we will learn. And then we will learn about the Hugging Face interface, right? Hugging Face interface. Also, we will learn about quantization, fine tuning, lot of topics. So it will take 2.5 months to 3 months again, right? Same like MLOps. Both are important. Altogether, it is a 6-month course. So this is 2.5 months, 3 months. That is 2.5 months to 3 months, right? And if you want to join that course, you have to ping me. I will be adding you to the WhatsApp group, right?
Ma'am, I have one question. So you said that we need the high-end system for Gen AI, right? So what configurations we should have? Or else can we practice in the cloud,
Yes,
Gen
yes.
AI?
So I have a solution for everyone. So I am trying with Llama because I just want to see how it is. But I think for you, I will not recommend you to kind of buy hi-fi machines or rent. It is really costly. You cannot afford it. It will be $2,000, $3,000 if you really want to build. Recently, I have created a proposal for one of the projects, and I was exploring a lot of the platforms, and I was surprised. It is like not affordable for the companies, so leave about individuals, right? It's really costly. Maintenance charge is only $6,000, $7,000 every month for a simple application. Like user can upload the data and they can see all the data in a knowledge graph kind of format. Only for this project, this is the cost. But so what I'm doing is I'll be teaching you everything using hi-fi models. But when you will run the code, I will let you use a very lightweight, small language model, not large language, so that you can try out. The code will be exactly same. Maybe the performance will be a little different. That who cares, right? Like you are just trying. So performance doesn't matter to you right now. The process matters. So just use a small language model or a lighter weight of the original version. So which you can try out. There are a lot of versions like that is available. So one is the high-end large language and one is the lighter weight, right? Or there are a lot of small language models are already available in market. So you no need to do any coding change, just one single line you will change where you are loading the model. You just change the name of the model, what you want to load. And the process is framework is same. That's the reason we are learning LangChain and all, because it's a unified framework, right? Like one line you need to change and you can run the exact same code in your system, right? No need to upgrade. 16 GB is something which I am expecting you should have. If you don't have, then go with Google Colab, right? Google Colab also will give you some CUDA, like GPUs are already it is installed. So GPU, if you want to try out GPU thing, then also you can go with Google Colab. So I think for everyone who are joining, everyone can practice everything. If you don't have system, you can go with Google Colab. Don't rent it from GCP. Maybe if you have free credits, you can try it out, but in a longer run, it is not possible. And everything is expensive. It's not free. It's not like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 rupees. It is in dollars. So you can understand like 8,000, 10,000. Why you will spend that much, right? And if you're serious about this Gen AI, I'm not recommending to buy anything, but if you're really serious, if you are planning to do some startups or you have some own idea, or you are a AI engineer, you want to do something which is your own product, then you have to buy a server, not laptop. Laptop you cannot afford. Laptop will be 3 lakh plus, right? Which is really expensive. And I think, yes, it is portable, I know, but and why should you buy laptops? The things are changing very fast. We don't know what will happen after 3, 4 years, right? I think you once you have purchased a laptop, you cannot do anything. But I think server you can just plug out, plug in, something change is required. If the motherboard, just take the motherboard, very, very latest and high end, invest some money on that. Other things you can change, right? Like today you need 32 GB, you put it, tomorrow you need 64. Take out and put it. NVIDIA card, today you need this, tomorrow you need something else. So whatever customization is possible. So I'll go with setting up your own. I have set up my own. It cost me around 186 or 96 something. I forgot. Let's say 2 lakh, approximately 2 lakh. And I have a very hi-fi configuration. I have 64 GB RAM, right? 64 GB RAM and 2 terabyte, 2T SSD. And all the hi-fi things I have. NVIDIA card, I think 4090 I have. So I think it is more than sufficient. I have tried Llama, it was working, the second version, not the 70 billion. That needs 160 GB of RAM, right? In fact, I work for HP, right? And we are HP employees, so I think they spend a lot of things on laptops. So it is own manufacturing thing, right? So we get Gbook. The cost of my laptop, office laptop, is around 3,89,000, right? And it has 800 cards, 2 graphics cards. So almost like 160 GB of RAM, right? GPU RAM. So my office laptop is more than sufficient for me, in like more efficient than this server. Though RAM is less, like 32 GB, but GPU is more. So if you are smart and you know CUDA programming, a lot of things you can try out there. Here also I have done, but that is 4 lakhs, right? This is 2 lakhs, half the price and almost same. So, I mean, if you are really serious, you can go about it, but I will not recommend anyone to let your company invest. Ask for resources if you really want to try. And for this course, I think you can try everything in 16 GB. Now you might be asking me how it is possible. It is possible. It's all about the model, what you are using, right? If you use GPT-4, it might take a lot of space. Not 4, but it is paid, not paid one. But let's say Llama, the latest one, it will. But if you use a lightweight, let's say Microsoft has a lot of lightweight model, it will take less space. Depends on the model what you're using, and doesn't matter if you know the process model, anything is fine, right? I think so I told you all the option is up to you how you want to go about. But is it clear? Who asked me? Prabin, right?
Yes, ma'am. Even I don't have, I have only 12 GB RAM actually. Is that
That's fine.
enough
You can
or?
go with Google Colab. Google Colab you
Okay.
can use free of cost. But there are
Okay.
some restriction. You check some 12 hours or 20 hours time. But I think more than sufficient, right? We hardly use 1-2 hours every day.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think Google Colab 16 GB is free. You'll get with CUDA support. I mean card, GPU programming. So that is more than sufficient. So I'm assuming everyone can do everything, whatever we are trying, right? If you don't have a machine, let's say 4 GB RAM also, you go with Google Colab. Is it clear to everyone? You cannot afford cloud services. If you're thinking I'll rent a server from this GCP or AWS, it is not possible. Don't think that option is not there. If you have free credits, maybe you can try, but free credits are just for 3 months, right? In GCP, after that, what you will do? So it's a long process. Like you need to keep yourself up to date, and you cannot afford. It's very expensive, right? If you run 24/7, it is like 20,000, 10, 15,000, and maybe more than that billing will be. But if you are just shutting down, then also you have to spend some. I mean, one time try you can do, that is feasible. Like one time you just do everything and then shut down the services, then I think that will cost you some 1,000 rupees, 1,200 rupees, which you can spend and do. But if you want to build something and keep the server up and running, it will cost you huge amount. um, and I can tell you because recently I have done this comparison. It's really huge. Let me tell you the cost of GenAI. So simple model we are building in $60,000, right? We're investing this much amount just for a simple application, which will be used by internal team members, not even clients. Like 10, 15 people in a team, they will use this, and not hi-fi things, just it will upload the data and it will create a knowledge graph and simple things it will do, and that's the cost, including manpower and time and the resource and everything. So it's not that like, so still management is thinking whether to go ahead it. So in real time, there are other challenges, security cost. Okay, so lot of talking, but I think later you will know all about it when you join the course. We'll discuss in detail. Okay, so but this ML ops is also equally important. See, GenAI is important because it's a hype, but ML ops is something which is a reality, right? When you go to see, let me give you my example, or you ask any data scientist, your friend might be working right somewhere, so they will be doing 1 or 2 GenAI projects. If they're not from healthcare industry, healthcare they have mostly 80-90% projects are on text and image data. But if they are from banking or e-commerce or other kind of domains, most of the domain will have tabular or semi-structured data. You also will agree with me, right? Like in your organizational thing, what is the major category of data? Mostly it will be stored in SQL, right? Isn't it? SQL, or maybe you will see something like XML or JSON format. Very few data in organization are of unstructured type, like text, image. And that's the reason if you look at the ratio, like 60-70% of the project are like pure traditional how we do machine learning. So this is like ML ops project, and 20 to 30%, maybe 20 to 30%. And people are doing, like nowadays the companies are doing it because everyone else is doing. For example, HP is doing because Dell is doing because Microsoft is doing. Their competitors are investing in GenAI, so they are also forcefully thinking, okay, what we can do, we should also invest. Actually, they don't have real projects. They just like kind of searching what to do, how to do. We need to do something on GenAI. That is the motto. Even if it is not required, still they are trying to do. And in that way, it is 20-30% of the project. And out of the 20-30%, you are lucky if it is going for deployment. 90% of the chance that you will like do some experiment and it will, I don't know, maybe it will be deployed or it will be stopped in between or at the end, right? That's the situation. But still, people are asking, so you should learn. And without MLOps, you cannot survive. With GenAI, you will be highlighted, or basically you will be unique. So both skill set is required. You can take one after another, how you feel like it's good, right, for you. Okay, so let's start with the core Python and okay, so today is the last class for this demo, and tomorrow onwards the code's link will be changed. And if you are having demo, so the demo will be around 8:30 to 9. And if you have any further questions, you can ask me today, because today is the last class. Tomorrow onwards, the link will be changed. You will be getting links in your Gmails, and I will be doing everything. The course recording, I will upload the materials, I will upload. Tomorrow you will get links from Durgasoft, but after that, I will be sharing the links with everyone. And rest all things I will manage, right? So any questions, any question? Today is the last demo class. I'm just asking you. Any question you have in your mind, you can ask. Who asked me? Binay Kumar, right? Bin Kumar. So is it clear, Bin Kumar? You asked me about GenAI and LLM, right? Is it clear to you? Okay. Okay, fine. So I think we are all good. Let's start from tomorrow onwards, and we'll continue, right? I'm good. So if you don't have any questions, we can just stop here. I have few students. I just want to start it with everyone. So they are also beginner. They don't know anything. So we will start from scratch tomorrow onwards. So tomorrow what we will do is, yes, if you don't know Python, don't worry, I will take care, right? So I am there to help you, and I'll share the recordings, core Python recordings with you tomorrow. Once the batch is formed, we will have our WhatsApp group. I think tomorrow when you connect, I will share the link for our WhatsApp group. You please, through that link, you all join. And once you have joined, I will be sharing all the materials, everything on Google Drive. You can have 1 year access to the recordings. And yeah, so it is lifetime access in a way, like once the course is, and you are directly connected with me, right? So wherever I'm going, wherever I am, you just ping me and I will give you access to my latest class, right? Up to date content. Yeah, so that's how it is. And if you want, you can repeat also the codes after 4 months or 6 months. Let's say you feel like I forgot all the concepts, I need some concept repetition, you can ping me and I'll let you know. Let's say you want to learn only machine learning part again. So you can let me know, I'll tell you the time. And I'll share with you the link. You can again repeat the concept. So it's a kind of lifetime access. Every batch we have previous batch students, they join. That's okay. So unless you have not got your job, right? You can continue. You want to repeat, then you can repeat. That's how it is. I think I have answered all the questions. Let's start with this module 1 when you connect tomorrow, right? Python, don't worry about Python. Core Python is the most easiest concept. I will teach you core Python through recordings. And if you let me see the audience, if like 10-20% audience are completely unaware of like Python and they are feeling little uncomfortable, then we can arrange a weekend class, maybe Saturday and Sundays, where it will not be too like teaching you, but all the answers of your doubts I can clear. So you can go through the recordings, and Saturdays and Sundays, let's connect. Let's say I could not understand this particular part, or could you elaborate this particular topic? Let's say list I could not understand. What is this append method is doing? Can you please explain me again? Or give me some assignment which I can do myself and learn, right? Or please repeat the dictionary part again or string part again. So all of this kind of things we can do on weekends, right? Will that be okay for people who don't know Python? So don't worry, Python is covered. Only thing is the core Python, few topics you need to learn, right? And you start learning from tomorrow onwards. And I am giving you assurance by end of this week, you will be good at core Python. If you have any doubt, ask me on this Saturday, right? Coming Saturday and Sunday, we can have doubt clearing class. Yeah,
Ma'am,
Praveen. Yeah,
is calculus is required for us for
not
maths part?
required. Not required.
Okay.
So whatever is required, calculus means derivative is required. I'll cover that in the course. So whatever is required, I'll cover. So maths, you can trust me on that, right? So I will cover all the maths, whatever is required will be covered. And whatever is not required, we can skip. Algorithm wise, all the maths, whatever is required, I will cover. If in algorithm derivatives are required, I will teach you derivative first. And then I will cover. And I have my iPad. So all of the things I will write is in my iPad. So it will be very, very clear to you. OneNote and iPad. So it is very clear to you, my handwritten, all the derivatives and everything. From your batch, I'm starting the fresh, I'm revising my basically. So the thing is, my content is leaked. You will be laughing if you look at, and then a lot of websites, they sell my content. I mean, same 15,000, but again, I don't know. You can go and check like 99 tutor. I can show you right now. So that's the reason I'm selling. And please do not share this with anyone. It is for you. You can use it. You can download it. No problem. But do not share it with others. So they're taking, that's fine, but it's not correct, right? They're selling it without my consent. So it is not good. It's illegal. But they're doing it. A lot of institutes, I think 99 tutor. So complete syllabus you will get. Somewhere you can see that. Yes. See, this is the content. See, this is the content. So 92,364. And this is my course. I have never been to their institute. I don't know anything about them. Are you getting? So this is what is happening. And why somebody will pay 92,000 just for self-learning course, like just for recordings? I don't know. And they are giving discounts also. And it's a complete payment gateway they have integrated. I tried my husband's number. I tried actually to purchase and it is coming down to 16,000. But it's all, so this is what is happening, right? Time is running out, reserve your seats now, right? So this is what this complete course. And I don't know, there are a lot many things I heard, like in Hyderabad, in every shop they're selling. So a lot of things. But anyway, this kind of people will not, they are not in the category who can crack jobs. Like if you really want to learn just self-learning course, why you will purchase my course, right? There are a lot of good courses, 400 rupees, 500 free YouTube, Coursera. There are a lot of great tutors from MIT, Stanford. You go and learn, right? 2,000, 3,000. So if you want to learn self-learning, that's a different mode, I think. I mean, you no need to spend 15,000 also. Within some 4, 5,000, you can learn. But the intention is different here. So it's a different kind of guidance and a lot of things. If you really need, then only you should join a live class. But this is what is happening in today's world, right? So anyway, so I'm just telling you, this is what happening. Anyway. Yeah, so there is a CV preparation class, which is there. I will share with you the recordings. You can go through that and prepare your CV. But if you want one-to-one means if you want me to prepare your CV and give my 1 hour of time to you to explain those projects, means what? It may take 1 hour or 2 hours, but you should be good enough to explain those projects without connecting with me also. If you have taken this course, you should be in a position to explain the projects by yourself. But let's say, I don't know, because you are from different backgrounds, if you're still not confident enough, like you are not getting the project ideas, what you should write. See, it is a general course, but people are from different domain, right? Like few projects, you are from manufacturing, somebody is from healthcare, somebody is from like banking, somebody is from e-commerce. So projects also will be different, right? Like the process is same, but the name of the project will be different. Propensity modeling, you will not do propensity modeling if you are working in manufacturing, but you cannot copy this from my resume or anyone's resume who is working in e-commerce. But companies like Make My Trip, Agoda, Paytm, PhonePe, Flipkart, all of this who has a lot of customers. If you're working in this kind of domain, propensity modeling, which is a simple XGBoost kind of machine learning algorithm you will implement, but the hi-fi term like propensity modeling, right, is very specific, very, very specific to the domain, right? And that's how they filter, right? If you just, it's very important. I can show you some of the thing. Yesterday I have shown you, but today I just want to show you again. Let's say there is a Barclay, right? So let's say if you just look at the JD, um, it is that. Yeah. So you can see they have clearly mentioned propensity modeling. Now, many of you will not be understanding also. If you are not a real-time data scientist, you will not understand what is this propensity modeling, but they are very particular. And this is how hiring happens, right? If you look at their JD, you can see somewhere you can see it is written customer analysis. See, deep experience, how innovative customer analysis. And somewhere I have seen they have cross metrics, not this, but propensity modeling is clearly mentioned somewhere here. And that's how actually they short the resumes. Uh, Traditional resume, there's a high probability that it might not get shortlisted also. From your resume, they will get to know, are you a real data scientist or not? How? By the projects, looking at the projects. If you look at my projects, you will see all of this customer analysis. If you are copying from Google, you will write customer 360-degree behavior analysis, which is a very common project. But if you're a real-time data scientist, you have worked in e-commerce platforms, you will write propensity modeling to the point, A/B testing to the point. And that's some keywords which are very important, which will be key differentiator. And not
Are
only
you sharing
writing, right?
something?
No, I'm
Are you
not
sharing?
sharing something. I'm just telling. So what I'm saying is resume preparation is very important. That's what I'm trying to convey in one line, right? And you will remember me when you go for real-time data science interviews. You will feel like the whole interview is like 80% of the interview is on your resume. All the technical questions they're asking based on the projects that you have worked on, right? From project, it is technical, not from technical to project. So they will grill you on your each and every project, right? And if you're not able to, if you're not able to explain it with very confident level, right, you will be rejected. But I'm not scaring you. What I'm trying to tell you is from day one, you should be in a mindset that you should focus on project more rather than concept. Concept is important, obviously, but project practice is important. Practice 5 projects, and I will tell you tricks from where you can practice. There are a lot of platforms. Data is overloaded right now. There are a lot of platforms free of cost you can practice, and then you can, depends on what domain you are related to that, you can reach out to me. I'll tell you what kind of project you need to practice. Are you getting? So, or if you are targeting banks, there is a certain area that you need to focus. If you're targeting healthcare, there is a certain type of project you need to practice. And then you write it down. You write it, those projects, you write it. And then I think you will get at least job calls, right? And then how you are performing based on your talent, you will get through it. So that's the process. Anyway, so resume preparation, yes, we have a recorded session available, 3-hour recorded session, which will help you for that. But if you need one-to-one guidance, I think you can again reach out to me for that. I might not be able to prepare your resume, but I'll go through your profile. I'll understand from where you are coming from. I will do my own research. And if I have already worked on those industries, I think it will be super easy for me. But if I have not worked, I will do my own research and then I'll figure out certain projects which is good for you. And I'll give you some ideas and tell you from where to practice. It will be a transparent way. I'm not telling you to cheat, but what I'm trying to tell you is from this platform, do this project. From this platform, you do this project. Once you have completed those projects, at least you go to that platform and learn. Even if you're not doing it, at least download the data and try to execute once. Learn how the project has been executed. Because if you have not executed, giving me some amount and I'm preparing your CV is not going to help you, right? You need to explain those projects also. Once you have done that projects nicely, I will help you in writing those projects and confidently you can explain, right? So that's the process and that will take some time again. So 10-15 days time you can CV preparation. You might be thinking it is just 2 hours job. Yes, it is 2 hours job if it is in the same domain. For example, if I have to apply for some company now, I can prepare my CV in 15 minutes because whatever job I am doing is very relevant. I'm doing AI job, AI related work, and I can write those things. For you, it is difficult. You are not working in AI, but still you are projecting your CV like you have worked in this field like for 1-2 years. You have some experience. Now, for that reason, you have to modify your CV. And that's the challenge, right? You need 10-15 days to prepare your CV very carefully. Do not copy paste from anyone. And that's the reason you will be rejected, right? Okay. And I think this is all about this. And let's connect from tomorrow onwards. The link will be changed. We'll start with the content, right? Okay, people who want to join the GenAI batch, you can send me message. I will send you all the syllabus and everything. This is my number. And MLOps, if you have come through Durgasoft, please pay to Durgasoft and register. But you will be joining in the same batch of my own batch, right? The content is same, syllabus is same, everything is same. But for GenAI, I think we have a separate batch from September 15. It is starting. You can connect with me for that, right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let us connect tomorrow, same time. We'll start with the content.